were with us at all yesterday, you probably are aware of all the drama that Robin created. So this morning we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're going to, oh, also the kids are home from school, so that's why we had a late start. So, I don't know if you guys can see puppies over there. But so, we're gonna bring mama dogs out without Robin. I think Robin's hormones are catching up to her. She actually is serving as a prime example of why we're usually pretty cautious with moms around puppies, expecting moms around puppies. Good dog. She wants to go in because they're eating. Look at Stoshy boy. Hi, Stoshy boy. He's like, wait, is that Mama? Hi, Stoshy boy. Missy will.
See what you.
Well, the thing is, she's not even guarding the puppies. She's guarding their food.
Oh, geez.
She wants in so that she can eat their food. But because Robin was being hormonal and instigating arguments with the other dogs, we're gonna leave the puppies inside just for safety reasons. With our other moms also being pregnant, it's just dogs can be unpredictable, and especially when they're unfixed and then they're also expecting a litter. A lot of training, there's just moments where their instinct is going to override training, and we just need to be mindful of that for everybody's safety. Just wanted to show you guys the puppers real quick since we're not taking them out with us. Teddy boy. Stoshy. We'll still bring the puppies out to play, but it'll just be separate from the mamas. I'm not sure how the weather is. We might just bring them in the living room. I don't know. It could be anything. We'll just kind of see where the day takes us. Right, Missy dog. So I'm not letting Missy in there right now because they still have all of their food, and she will go over there and finish it. And then also she will finish it while they nurse on her, and then them nursing on her will make her throw up the food. So it's just kind of a waste all around. So we let them work on their food, and then Missy can just wait. She also just ate, and so we don't want them nursing on her because when they're this big and this old when they're nursing, they will kind of like hang off her belly. And this is pretty consistent amongst all the moms and all the puppies. But once the puppies are eating food, like dog food, regular puppy food, if the moms come over and nurse them, their stomachs are just really sensitive. She's got a lot of milk in there, so she probably wants to nurse. She's eyeing the food. Hi, Missy. Yes, no, you're gonna wait. You can finish their bowl once they are all done. I see Dexter over there. He's some of the puppies like to grab a kibble and take it to, in Dexter's case, he likes to take it to a corner and chew it up. Missy. You can wait, They're still eating. Dex is still eating. Do you want to come outside with us, Missy? You want to come outside with us? Huh? Oh, Archie, your collar's getting kind of big. We need to shrink it down. Alright, I'm going to set this up right here so I can go get some mama dogs. And then I said, who's our other mama? Over me. Good morning, Myra. I got the live stream on right here.
Come on, Remy.
Alright.
This is Myra girl.
No.
Yeah.
Remy. Remy.
And
Remy,
like
go.
a lot came out.
Remy, go.
There's not much I can do right now.
You need a towel.
So grab a towel.
Remy, dog. Need a towel.
Bella made it fall over.
Remy dog, or Myra dog. Look at how big Remy's belly is getting. Oh, and I need her. So her temp, I gotta put it into the conversion from Celsius to Fahrenheit. But her temp was just over 100. Everybody's temps were just over
Yeah?
100.
Pretty good.
Hi, Remy.
Nope.
I did not require her to do that. I figured Bradley was big enough to. Okay, so Robin's temp is 100.4 and Remy's temp is 100.2. And so we like it when so the Remy and Myra, good girls. Like medically speaking, it's considered a temp drop when it's below 100, between like 90 and 100. But usually when we see the temp drop, it is usually about like between like 98.6. It can go below 99, and then like 99.5. It's not usually like 99.9. 99.9. In the past, we've been like, ooh, yay, it's below 100. We got a temp drop, and then 7 days later, we're still waiting for puppies. So like 99.9 or 8, we don't really consider that a temp drop until it's a little bit lower than that. Guess what was I? Hi, Missy. Yes, hello. Remy, look how big you're getting. Maybe you will have a bigger litter. I was pretty convinced she was gonna have a small litter, but her belly's really growing now. Alright, girl, you wanna go outside? Go outside. Myra. Hi, who's a good girl? Yes, who's a good girl? See? Hi. She's like, hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube.
How would you like your egg?
Just like usual.
Broken yolk.
Yeah. All right, you guys probably want to go outside. You want to go outside? You want to go outside? You want to go outside and run? Huh? Go outside and run. So Remy and Robin. Remy is due before Robin, but Robin very well could go into labor before Remy. Remy's, so a lot of times when you have a smaller frame and they're at the end of pregnancy, their body will they'll start having the puppies a little bit not on the earlier side, but maybe a little bit earlier than they would if they were a more standard size. Like take Daisy, for example. Daisy's pretty petite. Myra, come back downstairs. And so when Daisy's at the end of her pregnancy, she doesn't usually go much over that. Once the puppies are all baked, her body is ready to push them out. Whereas Remy has a very long torso. She's got a baby making body. She can hang on to those puppies even once they're full term and a couple days over. So that's why I wouldn't be surprised if she went over her due date a little bit. And Robin was, where are you going? Are you heading to our room? Remy. Okay. Remy. Good girl. You guys want to go outside? Let's go outside. Going to turn this around real quick. There we go. Okay, puppies. Okay, you wanna go outside, girls? You wanna go outside? Huh? She's like, what? No. Is Robin out there? Oh man, it's hot out here. Holy smokes. She's like, I don't want to come outside. I want to stay in the air conditioning. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Good girl, Myra. Good girl. Remy, do you need to go potty? I'm gonna see if I would like to bring Macchiato out. He's so awesome. He's such a good boy. He's probably like the happiest dog. You know, we could have a earthquake and he would still be happy. Oh, and at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was awakened by Daisy, who started barking really like frantically, and I opened my eyes and it was pitch black and the power had gone out. And so Drew said, so Drew had heard what happened and said that there was the power, can you explain why the power went out?
Yeah, so last night at like 4 in the morning, I was awoken to a horrendous thunderclap. Like I'm fairly certain I haven't been able to inspect in the daylight yet, but I'm fairly certain that that we had a lightning strike. The power pole that's right across the street from us, because it was just like an explosion.
Oh yeah, that thing scared me out of my sleep.
Did you? Yeah, I know.
Oh, so you heard it? Yeah, I didn't hear
I looked
that.
at my phone. It was exactly 4:30.
What was it? 4:30. Okay, good. So
Yeah, and
There's the crabby one.
and I took my phone off the charger because the power was off. I thought it was gonna stay off. It was so
Do you have anything to say for
Good.
yourself, Robin?
I thought it was gonna
not
stay off.
You have anything to say?
It did stay off. That was the generator that turned on.
Oh.
Yeah, the generator kicked on.
Who's the Crabbykins, Robin?
Generator power since 4:30 until maybe.
Paris loves that goofy bone.
Yeah.
If any of the other dogs have it, she will go nuts.
It was a gnarly storm last night. The dogs were going crazy. Bella left her bike out last night.
Oh. You know, I got the Rio. I got the Rio.
I think either the power pole got hit, or I don't know. I didn't want to look up the. Usually there's a reason as to why the power.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? What's the matter, Pom? You're not getting enough attention? Oh. Ah, Rio, stop.
That'll distract me from putting my phone away.
Very
And
well.
then I'll never do it.
If this barking sounds familiar to any of you, that's because when we settle down and set the live stream down and, you know, we say goodbye to you guys for, you know, for a few hours, Paris will come over to all the other dogs who are exhausted from, you know, the morning running around, and she will bark at them nonstop until they start playing.
Or until they give her what she wants.
Yeah.
If they have
Oh,
something.
yeah, so that bone I told you about that she gets upset if anybody takes it, there it is.
Does she ever get upset about
She
that?
gets really unhappy, but she's not dominant enough where she'll go over and just take it. She's still pretty submissive, because like Missy, she'll just walk over and take it. She has no qualms about just taking things from other dogs. But Paris, poor Paris, she's like afraid. Mocha has a little 3-month-old Mocha has the bone that she wants, and Paris is afraid to just take it. Which is kind of interesting because as puppies, they're not granted any sort of ranking status in the hierarchy. They're just at the bottom of the totem pole. And so Paris is more dominant. Like right now, she is more dominant than Mocha. But we expect that that will change as Mocha gets bigger.
Mocha, well, you know who really surprised, I think surprised us, was at a very young age, Myra was very dominant. And still is.
Yeah, I think
But
Myra's still
that was
gonna.
when she got here, like, not knowing anybody, and
I think she was scared too. She was probably.
Yeah,
She had to be a little
yeah.
overwhelmed.
yeah, all she had done were those
Drew's talking about when we had her over for
Yeah,
those,
we had her
for
over.
like that first weekend, back in like February maybe.
yeah.
She had these streaks of dominance, and we weren't sure if she was gonna be a dominant dog or if she was. It was hard to tell when they were visiting.
Oh, that's a good point. I never really thought of it. Like she was scared, and so she was having to like be tough, a tough cookie.
Paris has it. She got it. She got it. How does it feel, Paris? Don't take your eyes off it. It's really humid outside. It's only 74 degrees, but it is humid as F.
Must be
So I just put the other dogs out, and I was just gonna bring them back in.
must be the weather that came through.
Yeah.
Right.
Leo, you are such a good boy. You are. You're such a great dog. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are.
You know who probably would have been a great compadre? Teddy.
I know. I know. I know.
I know.
Hey, now we know when a puppy is born, like Mocha, like just keep them.
Yeah. Oh man, like I wish I had thought more about his coat color. Like that just so pretty and so unique. I love the unique, but it's probably like a bad thing. It's probably like
Not necessarily.
yeah.
I think it's literally just like at the shade. That's all it is. All right, Robin, you're in the doghouse. We sympathize because we know you're crabby and uncomfortable. But it's not to be at the expense of the other dogs. They didn't do anything wrong.
Or Elizabeth.
You're a good girl, Robin. Her belly is really getting big. We've been preparing all of you for how they'll look like they're not pregnant for, you know, almost the entire pregnancy. And then like last week, suddenly we have very pregnant dogs.
Yeah.
Even Remy is really surprising me. She's getting big.
She is.
She might not have the small litter that I thought she was gonna have.
I think that she's gonna be a dark horse and
Have another
have another big
6 or
litter.
7.
Yeah, another 6 or 7. Oh wow, did Mocha just stick with it and get the bone away
Paris
from
got it back for a moment,
Huh.
but I think she wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna call Remy and Myra back in.
Hey, Dad, do you know how much time is left on the dryer?
You can go look at it. Daisy! Oh geez, Daisy, Missy is gonna eat you. Do you guys hear Daisy growling? Oh wait, can't put Daisy with Robin. So, Daisy will go outside. Excuse me. Outside, Daisy Doodle. Sure, Missy too. Both of you. Myra, Remy. Myra. Hey, girl. Remy. Good girl. Myra. Myra. Come back, sweetie. Good girl. Out of the bathroom. Good girl. See the puppies? Hi, sweeties. So you can see why we like to bring the puppies out. Here, I'll back up a little bit. Out to like our foyer because this is where everybody is walking through. They can see all the commotion and be part of it. We're trying to like prepare them for going home because when they go home, they're gonna have a whole house and everything to explore. Remy, 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 come back down. Good girl. All right, you guys want to come back in? Get back. All right, Robin, you can go out. Remy, this way. Good girl. Robin, what do you want, huh? Sorry about that. What's up? What do you want? Do you want to go outside? You want to go outside? You want to go with puppies. I know. You see their food. She's not interested in the puppies. She's interested in the food. You're a good girl, Robin. She definitely will not be with the puppies after her antics yesterday with Daisy. Because she's the behavior she had yesterday during when we were live, that's really atypical for Robin. That's not how Robin is when she's not pregnant. And so historically, Robin pregnant usually gets kind of crabby toward the end of pregnancy. And so since she was picking arguments with Daisy, we'll just err on the side of caution and keep her separated from the puppers. Right, Robin dog? Yeah. You're just uncomfortable. We get it. Do you want to go outside? You want to go outside? You go outside. Daisy, you coming in? Body, Robin. Missy, not yet. Come on, Daisy. 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 Get back. Here, let's see how that looks. I want to see what we can see. What can we see? Daisy! 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 What's up here? Daisy, where'd you go? Oh, she's upstairs. She needs her nails trimmed too. They probably all do. Silly. Aw, Myra, you are so beautiful. Remy, she looks like she's getting tired too. Like
Yeah.
she's just got that 9 months pregnant, leave me alone sort of.
That I don't want to do this anymore.
You're such a good girl. You are such a good girl, Remy dog. Oh, and if you're just joining us, I shared earlier we took temps on Remy and Robin. Remy is due the 26th, so tomorrow is her due date, and then Robin is due the 29th. So they're really close together, and Myra trails right behind them at October 2nd. And so the next few days we'll start getting Myra's temps too. But Remy over here, she's at 100.4. And Robin is at 100.2. And so no temp drop yet. Once we see their temps drop, then labor is usually imminent. If it is a true temp drop, Now, sometimes they're like right now, you know, they kind of border on that line, and in the literature and in all of our books, it says any temperature below 100 qualifies as a temp drop, especially if you get 2 readings on 2 separate occasions within 12 hours of each other. But in our experience, when we would have like a 99.7 temperature, we would call it a temp drop, and then 7 days later, we're still waiting for puppies. So we don't call it a temp drop until it's more like 99.5 and below.
Yeah, it's like a legit, you know, clear drop.
Yeah, yes, yeah, Drew said it very well. It's got to be a really clear drop, not one of these head scratchers.
99.8.
99.999.
Below 100.
Who's a good boy, Rio?
I thought out some of those muffin top things that
Ooh, yummy.
it's like, do you want one?
What are they?
Alright, that's specifically to choose.
Oh,
These things. These snacking rounds.
oh, that's what I was telling you about. Yeah, because I had a couple the other day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I pulled them out. They were in the freezer, so I pulled them out and put them in the toaster. The dogs got, or mama dogs and our other dogs, they got the old bed, if you guys haven't noticed. We put the nice new bed in with the puppies, because the puppies get the best of the best. What's up, Myra? Hi, you coming for some loves? Huh? Paris. I love Paris so much. I'm so glad we have her. And for those who don't know, we almost did not get Paris. When we got Paris and Pom Pom are litter mates. And when we got them, or I should say when we were choosing between them, Paris was not immediately available, and we didn't even really, we weren't aware that she was even part of the litter because she was being kind of held back, kind of like we wouldn't show people the puppies that are not available. And I think the breeder was deciding whether they wanted to keep her or not. And so we put down our deposit on Pom Pom. And the next day, I was still browsing, and I saw that there was this beautiful Blenheim Cavalier puppy, female from the same breeder, same age. And so I contacted the breeder, and I was like, who is this puppy? Because she's gorgeous. And Drew was like, can we switch our deposit from Pom Pom to Paris? And, unfortunately that's not how it works. But luckily she was still available, and so we brought her home too. And we're so glad we did, because even though she's not a mama dog for us, she is an incredible ESA, and beyond that, she's a really good ESA, but she's also just a really good family dog. All the kids love her, and she doesn't just, she's not so attached to, well, like, she is really attached to me. Let me rephrase. She's really attached to me, to the point where we joke that May is her emotional support human. And, but Paris, when she's with other people, if we have people over, like if Drew's folks coming down and come visit, Paris will greet everybody like they are her person. And so she's so welcoming and loving to everybody. And like with Daisy, we'll do a little case comparison with Daisy. Daisy is attached to me and nobody else. She's not nice to any, like, she's just not.
Oh, she's nice to me, but...
She's nice to Dad, probably because she considers him more alpha than me, and so she's just for being respectful. But she doesn't give everybody else the same warm welcome that Paris does. And I can't tell you how many times people have come over and Paris will walk in and Paris will be in their laps, and they'll be like, I think that, you guys might be wrong. I think I am Paris's person. Because that's just how loved she makes everybody feel when she greets them. She just wants snuggles, and she treats new people like she's known them. Like they just got back from a vacation and she's greeting them. That's just how she is, and it's awesome. She's got such a great personality. She really epitomizes the the Cavalier temperament that we love so much. Which is why we were disappointed that we had to spay her, but, you know, all of that was for the best, so I'm really glad. I'm glad that we actually, in the end, that we did spay her, because it was difficult for her to have puppies while also being such a dedicated ESA dog, because it would stress her out not being able to check on May, or and you know, May would come in and spend a lot of time with Paris, but it was Paris's inability to walk away whenever she wanted, or if like she heard May and became concerned. She was torn between her instinct to be with her puppies and her drive to go be with May. Beth, that's so funny. Beth says it was meant to be. She's the big fluffy nanny. What? Are you doing something with Mocha? Oh, you're giving Mocha treats? You are always giving me such a hard time for giving the dogs treats. Why are you over there and giving her treats? Drew gets so, whenever I give them treats, Drew will be like, it's gonna give them diarrhea. And I'm like, they deserve treats, they're so good. And now he's over here giving Mocha treats, like what the hell? Yeah, apparently you love her more than the others. There was a short period of time that Drew was a little concerned about whether or not Mocha loved him in the way that like Daisy loves me and Paris loves May, and almost as soon as Amelia went home and we brought Mocha into our bedroom, it solidified. Like, he has no more doubts anymore, basically. She, like if Drew walks out of the bedroom and I'm in there, I will try to comfort her, but she doesn't even hear me. She's just over by the gate barking and hollering, trying to climb out. Yeah. Paris and Vienna. So Vienna, that's Vienna and Rio right there. They are both Paris's puppies. Paris is super, super close with them, but not as close as Pom Pom is with Mocha. Pom and Mocha they are inseparable. We can separate Paris and Vienna and Rio, but Mocha and Pom is a totally different story. And even with Pom's first litter, she got real attached to her puppies. But she only had 2, so I think it was easier for her to let go and rejoin the pack. But this last group, she had 6, and 4 of them went home, and then we had Amelia and Mocha, and she loves 2 puppies. When there wasn't so many that were overwhelming her, that when that 4th one went home, she wanted to be in the pen all the time after that. Because it was Mocha and Amelia. So, the gentler of the 6 puppies. Mocha and Amelia are a little more down to earth with Pom Pom. And so that helped too, but I'm gonna shut this. But Pom just really, she got real close to Mocha and Amelia. When the other 4 in the litter left, I just think 6 was kind of overwhelming with, can you imagine 6 eyes and 24 feet barreling toward you?
Her first litter was
2, well 3 I guess, 3 with the...
3, but 2. So she just took care of 2. So to go from 2 to 6.
Yeah. Now she goes on break.
Good girl.
Go on break. And Paris is on a forever break. And Vienna, we'll see how Vienna does. Right now we're a little concerned about her size as far as like breeding goes. We'll see how she does, if she has a growth spurt. We're doing everything we can to help her grow. I think she's just got the Pom Pom gene, but we would want her to be at least Pom Pom's size. to have puppies. We don't want her to be too little.
Yeah, Pom-Pom is like...
Pom-Pom is about the littlest we would go. And so, in Vienna, she's 9 months old, but the concern there is that by 9 months, they've usually done most of their growing. They usually have another growth spurt or two at around a year old and like just after a year, probably around 18 months. So we'll see then too. Oh, interesting. Jan says Minnie is Pom-Pom size.
Really?
Yeah, it's just interesting to know because for comparison with Vienna.
Yeah. Huh. So Vienna is like the littlest.
Vienna is like little. Oh, let me say good morning to everybody.
These little rounds are delicious. I've never had them.
Oh, she says will be, the vet says. Beth, good morning. And good morning to you, Jan. Bella Hart, good morning. Yes, Robin is still in the doghouse from yesterday. She's around here somewhere, I think. But she's so hormonal and just uncomfortable that I think she's just like any other pregnant woman. She's just impatient and cranky. Because it's not like her. No. Oh, you know what? I shut that to get rid of the dryer noise, but I didn't check for dogs first. What happened to her? Because she was walking around in here. Hey, Susie, how are you? Yeah, so what we expect is that when she has her puppies, she'll no longer have those, super pregnant hormones, but she will now have that instinct to guard her puppies. And in the past, when we have had Robin puppies along with another litter, Robin really wants to mother all the litters. She wants to mother all the puppies, including the ones that are not her own. And so what we saw a year ago when she had her last litter was, because Daisy also had puppies at that time, and Robin, she wanted to take care of her puppies and she was very protective of them, but she also wanted to go and take care of Daisy's puppies. And it could be coming from when they both had their first litters. We needed Robin to be a wet nurse, essentially. Daisy was really running low on milk and the puppies weren't gaining like they needed to. And so we brought Robin over to, Daisy wasn't in there, of course. We removed Daisy and we ninja'd Robin in to see the puppies, and she nursed them, she cleaned them, and she was just in heaven. She was on her back, they were all nursing, and she was just reaching around where she could and just licking all of them. It was absolutely the sweetest thing ever. But so last year then, when they had when she had her most recent litter, it was like she had this drive to go take care of Daisy's puppies. And I'm telling you, like, every time we would walk from our bedroom into the doggy bathroom where Daisy's puppies were, she would be right behind us trying to sneak in. And whenever we would let Daisy outside, Robin would beeline for Daisy's puppies. But the other thing was that if she were to get through into the bathroom, Daisy would be growling at her and snapping at her, and it did not assuage her at all. In fact, if anything, it encouraged her to try harder. And so it was just it was kind of bizarre because the dogs almost always back down when there's a situation like that where one is guarding something and it's like real obvious what's going on. It's kind of a no-brainer. It was just kind of surprising to see her push that when Daisy was basically saying, "Get away from my puppies." And Robin was telling her she wasn't going to listen to her. And I mean, as many of you can imagine, especially in the dog world, not especially, but even in the dog world, just like people, when it comes to a mom and her babies, it's just you don't ask questions about it. You just like, you don't want me by your babies? Okay, I understand. And Robin was not receptive to that at all. She wants to be with everybody else's puppies, but doesn't want anybody by her puppies. Is it Rio? It is Rio. And so that's another thing that we are keeping in mind too as we go forward.
Where'd your coffee go? Oh, sorry.
But we just got to be very careful with where we place everyone so that nobody gets themselves in any sort of sketchy situations. Look how sweet she is. Oh my goodness. I just want to snuggle her.